What's going on, family? I know this is a kind of I didn't give a notice. I wanted to go live real quick. Got a couple things I wanted to talk about, but I know that since I didn't kind of let everybody know, it's going to take a little bit of time for people to kind of come on. But if you don't see it live, you guys can check it out later on. But searching for Whitopia. It's what we're seeing right now. With society, shalom, with society, with a lot of people begging, trying their damnedest to go back to what they had before. And it was absolutely amazing. I was looking at a couple of YouTubers and a couple of videos, that pop up on my feed. I have subscribed to a vast variety of different people. Still a lot of people still thinking about that, wanting that Christianity, looking for that, that Christian fix and everything else. And it's funny how, they talk about how Jesus loves everyone. I said, but they keep saying that, Jesus loves everybody. He loves us all the same. But what they want to return back to was when we were at the bottom and they were at the top. It's very hypocritical to sit there and keep saying that I want things to go back to how it was, or this is, you guys you're replacing our history. It was never like ours in a totality. That was your history. That was the things that you wanted, to portray as history. Just like as you have your churches and your guys are trying to portray white Jesus as the God of everybody. But that God never loved us. That God never took care of us. That God never did anything for us. Not gonna be. And I got this book. I'm gonna read just a little bit of the introduction. I don't know if you guys have seen this one before. Searching for Whitopia. It's in the thumbnail. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit out of it. Just a little bit of the introduction. I said because it's just funny the way these people are. But before I even read this, I was watching, because I'm not going to get into naming names or whatever else. Some of you guys might be subscribed to the same people that I've subscribed to, and you'll hear them or whatever else. But this dude's he believes in Christianity, white Jesus Christianity, of course. And it's funny how, I guess, I don't know if you guys heard about how the NFL now wants to play the black national anthem, and every time these people do something, they lose their minds. I was like, so you guys gonna play these people were pissed about them getting ready to play the black national anthem. So he did a video just ranting about the whole thing with the black, national anthem, and how they should take a knee, and this is now like, they've been playing national anthems for other nations and all these different sports when they play in Canada, Mexico, whatever else. But like I said, it's anytime they talk about something for so-called, black people, this country just goes apeshit. They lose their minds. And it's like, first of all, why even get upset? More than likely, we already know there ain't gonna be no football. So all of a sudden they're talking about how they're gonna, play. They're trying to, include us into everything. I said, oh, now that you guys have lost everything, now that the Most High shut everything down, now you're trying to throw us a bone or whatever else. I'm like, we don't care about that kind of stuff anyways. We want you to play the Most High's national anthem. He's gonna be playing the national anthem for you guys very soon. So like I said, don't worry about trying to catch up and make up and everything else now. I said, it's too late for all that. But it was funny. What was funny in the video was that he said that, he has a white friend. And that the white friend was saying that she wished she was not born during these times. I'm like, oh, that regret. All that regret now. She said she was wishing that she was not born in these times to see the things that she's seeing right now. She was saying she was, she wants to be born more like in the 40s and 50s and 60s. I was like, well, yeah, if I was white, I would love to be born in the 40s, 50s, 60s also. I said, because that's at the height of Whitopia. You guys, and like I said, you're making our points for us with the stuff that you guys say. Yeah, when you could lynch us, put us in segregation, do whatever you guys wanted. I'm like, you're showing how, but I'm sure you're a Christian and everything else. So you'd be just fine with all the stuff that was happening to us and not saying a word about it, not having to pay for anything, you know. I said, so it makes a lot of sense that you would say that you would want to be born back then. You want to be born anytime other than now. I said, that just shows you the hypocrisy of these people. Longing for good times, Jesus, longing for good times, your good times. You haven't even started your real bad situation yet. And you're already crying that you wish you weren't born at this time. Now, that book, I'm not going to get into that book yet. I said I would tell you a little story about that book too. But it's just absolutely amazing. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about a few days ago or maybe a week ago or so, there was a protest, a Black Lives Matter protest in Norco, where some Black Lives Matter people were met at a park, and then they were going to walk, I think, to City Hall. And there was a pro-Trump people that showed up, and they were like hitting women, snatching their phones out of their hands and whatever else. Well, I'm sitting in that parking lot where that happened, okay? And these is a prime example right here, of them wanting to go back to the 50s, to the 60s. Any time was great for white people the last 500 years. Now you came into the March of the Hebrews, the new year, and you've been dealing with some issues now for the last, 4 months, 3.5 months or whatever else. And now you guys are like, oh, I want to go back to the 50s. I hate this. This is ridiculous. So of course, because now you guys are having to deal with a little adversity. And see, you guys aren't made for that. You guys are not made for dealing with adversity. You guys love to talk about how you guys have, built this country, and you've done this and you've done that, and this country was the best country, the sitting example on the hill, and this, and that. Well, let's tell you why it's been such a great country for you. Because we've done everything for you. That's why this country, that's why you've been able to enjoy everything. That's why you love the 50s, the 60s, the 1800s, 70s, because we've done everything for you. You guys, in the scriptures, I think Proverbs 29:2, it talks about how when the wicked rule, the whole world mourns. But when the righteous are in rule, is when the whole world is in order. The whole world is happy. You guys got your chance to run the world, and you've ruined everything. And now that you're dealing with a little bit of adversity, just like that girl in that YouTuber's video was talking about how she hates what she's seeing now. Well, what do you hate? What's been going on? I said, now we're all able to go through tough times together. So why would you hate that? Oh, it's okay. It's only okay if the tough times come against the Hebrews, right? While you're enjoying everything. But now the tough times have come to everybody, Jew and Gentile alike. And now all of a sudden, these people are like, I don't like this. I don't want to have to deal with this. All I want to do is go out for 4th of July and enjoy the birth of my country, and shoot off some fireworks and have time with the family. I said that's what they want to do. That's what these people have been wanting to do. That's what they're used to. They're used to getting everything they want. And if they get inconvenienced at all hell has to break loose. We all have to then drop to our knees and hold hands because they've been inconvenienced. And then if we've been inconvenienced, you just deal with that. I said, well, stop complaining. That's what they've been doing. I said that's what they've been doing this whole time. And it's just look at the country. Look at what has happened right now with the plague, okay, that has been unleashed. When they're in power, what do they say? Well, they're not really good. So you gotta understand is they're not good at actually fixing things. They're not good at fixing problems. See, we've been used to fix all of their problems this whole time. They're not good at that. So they get when stuff gets bad, it's like, well, hopefully it'll just go away. That's what our president's been saying now. It'll just hopefully magically just go away. The plague will just go away. The plague will just, go away all on its own. We don't have to worry about trying to do anything to limit its exposure to people. We'll just let it ride, and then hopefully it'll just go away. It'll disappear. That shows you in a nutshell what we've been dealing with this whole time. They get here and, hey, I don't want to work these lands. I don't want to have to work here. Let's get some free labor. Let's make sure we get some of that free labor, because this is our blessing. We're not supposed to work here. They're supposed to do all this for us. So let's go ahead and enslave all these people. That's when they came up with that whole system of enslaving and taking over the land and enslaving the natives and making them work for them, because they're not used to having to do things difficult. They have to do things the hard way. Okay? I want to say it's called the encomienda system that the Spanish instituted when they got here. And, they come, take the land, and then whoever lives on the land becomes serfs or becomes slaves to the landowners. That's what they're used to. So, they keep saying they built this, they built that. They haven't built shit. They haven't built anything. So they've done every stuff on anything that they've had. I'm sure behind the scenes, Jake has been there doing everything for them, and they've been taking all the credit. I said, really, really, really simple. Okay? Really simple. My air conditioning is going on here. But yeah, so that's what's going on, and now it's been exposed that these people cannot fix issues. They can't fix problems. We're the ones that have to fix everything for them. So then they set up, all these churches, and these churches have been set up to just make them feel good, get some Uncle Tom people to make them feel good about what they've done to us, and quickly get us to to forgive them. It's like they want us to forgive them that same day. They want to shoot us by 12, and then 12 in the afternoon, but then run out there with trying to find some pastor to come to us and say, hey, Jesus says we got to forgive, and we got to forget, and we got to hold hands and make them feel good about killing us. That's what these churches have been set up this entire time. I'm cracking up. I got one comment on one of the last videos. I just had to laugh, and it was just like, I don't see all the love. I just see nothing but hate here. I don't see the love, and Jesus is all love. I'm like, first of all, you need to run over to these churches and talk to them about where's all the love for our people. You need to go to all these governments. Where's all the love for our people? I said, and if I said, Cesare, I said, white Jesus has not been, he's been showing love. I said, they're the ones that came over here and established their system. And if Cesare or Jesus is all love, I don't believe in Cesare. Okay, so I don't believe in that. So I'm not. They need to express love. Show me how these other nations have expressed love to our people. They have the perfect opportunity to express love right now. Tell the truth. Tell people who we are. So tell them that. I said, I don't need to be the one to see. That's the problem. You guys think that all black people need to be docile and all loving and all forgiving and let's all just work this all. That's what you expect, and that's what the kind of black person or that you call us. That's what you expect us all to be like. I said, that's what you guys expect us to be like. Just docile, just keep kicking me in the ass all the time, and I'm just gonna forgive you, and let's all get together. I said, that's what you got church folk for. That's what you have, gone ahead and brainwashed them to be like that. The Most High is raising up His people and His nation, and that's not what we're here for. I'm not here to get along gang and continue to hold hands and work through the system and let them stay on top. I said, I'm putting the Most High on top. Whatever the Most High deems is necessary, that's what's going to happen. So if you keep coming over here talking about how we're being hateful, and I'm not being hateful at all. I'm just telling people the truth. Now, I am telling people the truth, and I'm telling people, Jews and Gentiles alike, this is what they've been hiding from us. These are the things that they've been lying to us about. There's no reason at this point to be lying, because the Most High is here. He's already, exposing these people for lies. Now, if you want to continue with the lies and continue believing that white Jesus, loves everybody and it's all about love, I said, look at our society today. Where's the love? Why don't you tell us who we really are? If you loved us, you would tell us the truth, right? I said, if you really loved us, you would tell us the truth. You would tell us that we are the true people of the Most High. Right? You would tell us that. You would tell us that these are our lands. Right? You would also tell us that, yeah, we're hiding all of your records all over the world. Yep, that's showing love. Telling people the truth. Telling people that, yes, we've been here holding, you guys down for 500 years. Your time, our time of doing that is over with, and that we've entered into a new era. Your era, your time. That's what you would be telling people. But no, you guys continue with the lies. And then you get mad at us because we're not under that spell anymore. But you can just tell those are just demons that are just coming up just to run their mouth, same kinds of things. Oh, you're wearing a hat. That's evil. Oh, you're wearing a hat. You're wrong for that. Oh, Big Duty, you're evil because you're dangerous because I don't know, man. I said I'm not. Whatever. Same old garbage. Same old things all the time. You're reading all those other books. You're dangerous. That's dangerous. Same thing. Just nothing but demons. Go to their page. There's nothing there. I said, so it doesn't matter. We've come to the end of all of that garbage. I watched that last night, the History Channel. It was the Mayans in North America. Yeah, that was a good one. Hold on, real fast. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's the same. They have no new information to bring, no new attacks or whatever else. So it is what it is. They can say whatever it is they want to say on their channel. They can come say what. That doesn't matter. Yes, that was a great video on those Mayans. Exactly the 12. Yes, brother, it was a really good one. On the last video, someone actually posted it. I think it was on the last video in the comments, so check it out. If not, I can try to put a link in the description box of this video, okay? But yeah, these people, they don't have anything, I said, so what I want to take a look at, I want to read to you guys a little bit from just the introduction, from searching for Whitopia. Now, it goes hand in hand with what that woman said that, on the other YouTuber's channel, that she hates being alive right now. And trust me, the vast majority of the Gentiles right now hate being alive right now. They hate what they're seeing right now. But it's like, well, wait, hold on, man. Whatever happened to Jesus loves everybody? Shouldn't we get our time to not have to be at the bottom? Shouldn't we get our time to actually get our rest from having to serve all this punishment. You know, and like I said, I got that book. Actually, I was watching one of these, you know, they were interviewing one of these guys like on CNBC or CNN, one of those guys, and he had his book, and they actually talked about the book. Okay, I'm going to put this here so you guys can hear. Okay. Oh, that's as good as it is. Okay, so I tried to get the book. Okay, searching for Whitopia, found it for $40. You know, bought it as quickly as I could. Tried to get it, you know, get it over here. Whatever. This is like over a month ago, and it said, try to get this better. All right. So then the guy said, "Oh, did we send you the book?" I'm like, "No." It'd been like, you know, about 2-3 weeks. Oh, all right. Well, sorry, we're gonna send you your money back. I said, "Oh, okay, all right." So I can already see how this is going. So I kept looking again, and now the book is like, you know, it goes from $40-50 to like $100. So, but I couldn't find it very many other places. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna buy it real fast because I want to get the book. So went ahead, ordered the book. Another week and a half goes by, and it says, "Hey," he sent me an email. "Did we send you your book?" I was like, "Nope." "Oh, I'm gonna send you your money back." I'm like, damn, you know. I said, so this happened like a couple times. Couldn't get the book. So then my wife actually ended up finding it in like Friends of the Library, and we ended up getting it for like, you know, $15-20, and it just arrived yesterday. But you know, the thing is, like, I can't say anything about certain books until the book actually shows up at the house, because I have not had so many issues getting some of these books. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But you know, I said, I understand what's going on. And if I was them, I wouldn't want them to let me get these books either. You know, because they say you can see through all of their stuff now. So all I'm gonna read is the first part of the introduction. I'm gonna read some more, do a video later on today, we'll see. But all we're gonna read, just gonna listen to a little bit of the introduction, okay? It says, now keep in mind, you know, the white girl from this YouTuber's channel says she hates what she's seeing right now, and she wish she was born pretty much during these times. This is what she's looking for, okay? Imagine moving to a place where you can leave your front door unlocked as you run your errands, okay? Where the community enjoys a winning ratio of playgrounds to potholes, where you can turn your kids loose at 3 p.m., not to worry, then see them in time for supper, where the neighbors greet those children by name, where your trouble-free high school feels like a de facto private school, where if you decide to play hooky, okay, from work, you can drive just 20 minutes and put your sailboat on the water, where the outdoor serenity is shattered only by each seagull's cry, where you can joyride your off-road vehicles, snowmobiles, ATVs, mountain bikes, rock crawlers, or on nature's bold terrain, where your family and abundant friends feel close to the soil, and where suburban blight has yet to spoil their vistas. Just imagine if you could move to such a place, would you? If so, you would join a growing number of white Americans homesteading in a constellation of small towns and so-called exurbs that are extremely white. They are creating communal pods that cannily preserve a white bread world, a throwback to an imagined past with authentic 1950s values and the nifty suburban amenities available today. Okay, so authentic 1950s values. That's what these people are trying to get back to. They want to get back to Whitopia. They want to get back to how things were for them. That's exactly what all this is about. And now they're seeing that dream slip away. Beautiful. I'm just got it for 22 bucks. Perfect. You know, they said, and it's not going to happen. And they're not going back to Whitopia. See, they were still living in Whitopia in March. They told them, hey, we're going to shut down for maybe 2 weeks. So people are like, okay, all right, no problem. And it's been longer now. And every single day that goes by, they lose the grip of that Whitopia, that 1950s feel that they thought they were just going to be able to go right back to after a couple of weeks. And now we're listening to the news every day, and they're talking about how people are suffering from quarantine fatigue. They can't deal with, you know, this plague that's here and how much worse it's getting, and they just, you know, it's a nightmare. And, you know, and that they don't have the will to stay home anymore. You know, they did it once and they're not going to be able to do it again. You hear them say that all the time. I was like, what you got to understand, like I said, they got to understand is they had their run. It's not going to get better. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Is they're very weak people. I said, now go back to 1490s. When they showed up on Hispaniola, and I read about how, you know, the natives thought that eventually, you know, the Spaniards would just leave. I was reading that in one of my books, that they were just, you know, they thought they were just going to be there for a little bit, and then they were just going to leave. But what happened was when the Spanish got there, they ended up building permanent structures, and then all of a sudden, you know, the week turned into months, months turned into years, and then they realized they weren't going to go away. So we kind of had that feeling that Trump had as natives, as the Hebrews, that, hey, if we just kind of ignore it, eventually it'll go away. Eventually these Spaniards, eventually these Europeans will go away. That's exactly how our people were. Fast forward now 500 years, they're saying the same thing. Well, hopefully this plague will just go away and we can go back to our normal lives, just like our Hebrew brethren thought a long time ago, that things would just go back to normal, go back to the way things were. They would only be here for a little bit and then they would leave. So just like we had those failed aspirations, the Gentiles are feeling the exact same thing right now. They hope that the plague will go away. They hope that all these Negroes and these brown people, you know, will just calm their little asses back down and go back to being their serfs and being their slaves, their common day, you know, workaholic slaves that do everything to make them happy. And that's not how it's going to be. The plague won't be going away. And these voices that you've been hearing from the Most High's chosen people are going to do the opposite of what you want. You want them to go away. You want to be able to ignore them. But these voices from the Most High's chosen people are only going to get louder, and they're only going to get more boisterous, because the Most High has awakened his people to many things, and he's empowering them and giving them more knowledge and understanding. As he does that, he's taken away the power of the other nations. He's taken away their opportunities to just, you know, put us in a corner and just ignore us. That's what they're used to, you know, making up, what they're used to doing is making up a militant, you know, Hebrew Israelite faction, and then just being able to just ignore what they're saying, ignore what they're doing. Well, you guys can try to ignore it all you want, but that's not going to happen anymore. You know, I said that's not going to happen anymore. I says, we're here, and we're here to stay. Many of you other people, Gentiles and whatever else, if you're not down with the Most High's program, you're here, but he's going to give you the boot off the land. He's going to send you back to your lands. That's what it talks about in the scriptures. We're here, we're back. The Most High is giving us more knowledge, understanding, giving us, you know, our ways back. But the other nations who aren't down with the Most High, will end up getting removed by the Father. You know, I said, so your time of squatting on our land, I said, it's quickly going to be coming to an end. But like I said, embrace the truth. Embrace what's really going on and stop living in La La Land. Quickly as these churches just opened in the last few weeks, they're going to be closed. They're not telling you any of this truth. They're still trying to push a narrative of prophecy happening in the so-called Middle East. See, that's what they did when they got here. They got all of our information, and then all of a sudden try to make it sound like all these things were happening over there, and put our attention over there. Now we're understanding that prophecy is being fulfilled right here. So yes, that's all part of prophecy. That's all part of revelation, the revealing of the truth. And the truth is, the Most High's chosen people have returned. And the Most High is quickly going to give them everything that was taken away from them. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.